Hey there. I'm about to do something I've never done before, track exactly how much I spend on food for a whole week. Why? Because I want to see if eating healthy is really as expensive as people say. You'll see every dollar I spend, every meal I eat, and what I learn along the way. It's going to be an eye-opener, and I'm glad you're coming along for the ride. Before we dive in, say this with me: I am in charge of my food choices. Healthy eating doesn't have to cost a fortune. My wallet and my body can work together. I can eat well and save money at the same time. Got it? Great, now let's jump into this exciting experiment. You know, we talk a lot about how eating well helps our bodies. But there's something we don't often think about: how our food choices affect our wallets. It's easy to forget that those fancy superfoods and organic veggies can cost a lot more than a quick meal from the drive-thru. But is that always true? That's what I want to find out. We've all heard it: eating healthy is too expensive. Maybe you've thought that yourself. I know I have. It's hard to spend more on fresh fruits and veggies when you're already trying to save money, but what if that's just a myth? What if eating healthy can actually save you money in the long run? It's an idea worth exploring, don't you think? Think about it. A bag of apples might cost more upfront than a bag of chips, but those apples are full of vitamins and energy. Over time, they might help you stay healthier, which could mean fewer doctor visits and less time feeling sick. So, is it really more expensive, or is it just a different way of spending your money? But here's the challenge: healthy food can feel pricey at first. And that can be a big hurdle, especially if your budget is tight. So how do we eat well without blowing all our cash? That's what I'm going to figure out. And guess what? I'll show you exactly how I do it. Every diet has its own costs. A vegan diet, for example, can be surprisingly affordable because you're buying things like beans, rice, and fresh veggies. But if you're all about eating grass-fed beef and high-protein snacks, the price tag can climb fast. Somewhere in between, you've got the Mediterranean diet, which is full of whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, but also a bit pricier items like olive oil and fresh fish. And then there's the big question: do you cook at home, or do you eat out? Eating out feels convenient, but it's almost always more expensive. When you cook at home, you can control what you spend. You can shop smarter, plan your meals, and avoid throwing money away on ready-made foods. Trust me, that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned so far. Take gluten-free eating, for example. It's known for being pricey, right? Well, if you plan ahead, buy in bulk, and make your own meals, you'll be amazed at how much you can save. I've done it myself, and it made a huge difference. No more grabbing overpriced gluten-free snacks from the store. Instead, I whip up meals at home that cost less and taste even better. Here's a little secret I've discovered: convenience foods, those quick and easy options we grab when we're busy, are sneaky money drains. I used to rely on them all the time, but when I started cooking at home and planning ahead, I realized just how much money I was wasting on them. It was a wake-up call. And honestly, it feels good to know I'm not only saving cash but also eating healthier. Now, let's think about drinks for a moment. If you're used to buying soda or fancy coffees every day, consider this: switching to water or making your own coffee at home can save you a ton of money over a year. I tried it, and wow, it made a big difference. That extra money can go straight into buying fresh, nutritious food, or even towards something fun you've been saving for. So, what's the big takeaway here? Eating healthy doesn't have to be crazy expensive. Sure, it takes a bit of planning. Sure, you'll need to cook more often. But it's worth it. Once you get the hang of it, you'll see that you can enjoy nutritious meals and still keep your wallet happy. It's all about balance. Here's the plan: I'm going to keep tracking my food expenses and share what I learn. Maybe it's all about finding the right recipes. Maybe it's buying in bulk. Maybe it's just looking at food differently, thinking of it as an investment in myself, both now and in the future. Either way, I'll keep you posted. At the end of the week, I'll lay it all out, what worked, what didn't, and what I'd do differently next time. My hope is that you'll walk away with some tips and inspiration for your own budget-friendly, healthy eating journey. Because, let's be honest, we could all use a little help in finding that sweet spot between our diet and our finances. Thanks for sticking with me through this. I'm curious, have you ever tried to balance your food choices with your budget? What's worked for you? What hasn't? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. And don't forget to check back soon for my next update. I have a feeling we're just getting started.